How's it going, guys? Welcome to my channel. This is Stein. Welcome to my Let's Play channel. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, and basically, what I decided to do was with the thing going on with the world right now. Have a little bit of free time, which I don't normally have, and I've been using my free time while in school to just play Minecraft. It's just a good chill game. I can just build or go exploring or whatever. There's no real motive or goal, so it's just a good game to play in between studying. And so with all the new updates and all the new snapshots coming out, I figured, okay, well, I'll start a new file. So I did, and I actually ended up making a server, which is this. But what happened is the file got so big, I actually had to turn it into a single player file because I couldn't run the server and also run my client at the same time, and it just wasn't working. But anyways, so that's this, and it will eventually go back to being a server. Now, I'll be honest, I did use creative mode a little tiny bit. Now, that being said, I didn't use it for building. Okay, so I mined all the materials myself, and I did do like 99% of the building with it. The only spots I really needed creative mode for were if I already built something and then had to get underneath it and just didn't feel like using a water bucket to sit there and try and float and place blocks. It's a pain in the ass. It's a waste of time, and this was supposed to be my break for studying, and I don't want to spend half my time dealing with just falling off my house. Like, it's not worth it. So other than that, it has been strictly survival. This has all been legit. I've been playing this file for about a month and a half, I think. Maybe a little longer, but I don't really want to say. Just because I don't know. But I figured for my first video on this channel, it would just be a little tour around my base. One thing to note, too, is I didn't start here, and there is actually other things that I've built on this file. Eventually I will show that off because I am actually pretty proud of the first build I did on this file, but I've been putting a lot of work into this and figured I'd show it off and just play some Minecraft. So anyways, as you can see here, this is my mob spawner. Originally it was only this size, and then I expanded it a bit, and basically what it does is it allows me to farm enemies for experience to repair my weapons or whatever. Oh my god, that's loud. But yeah, so I can go in there, I can get weapons and just, you know, get XP, heal myself. If I die and lose all my XP, I can get it back pretty quickly. This is a neat little garbage disposal. I've made these in the past, not this way, but yeah, like, it seems to work really well. It's pretty compact. It uses the sticky pistons and the observer mechanics, and comparators, which I am slowly starting to understand. You'd think an engineer at this point would understand simple circuits, but you know. Anyways, so over here, I'll try and stay away, but this is basically where I do most of my smelting. It's just a minecart that goes back and forth and just fills all these, and then it all filters into one chest, so it's nothing crazy. But yeah, so this is where I started off, and, you know, I have nether portals on each of the islands I made here. In total, there's the one island in the middle, and then there's 8 surrounding it. Now, not all of them have a purpose as of yet, mainly because I just finished a few of them, like, yesterday. But, you know, I have a typical iron farm, sheep farm for carpets, and cow farm for leather. Got my sugarcane for some rockets. Got my own floating forest over here for fine quality spruce wood. And then over here is my main house. Ow. Ow. Anyways, so as you can see here, I've already beaten the Ender Dragon, and I've also killed a Wither, which is actually my first time doing that, so I was actually pretty hyped on that. But you get a beacon, which allows you to get a temporary boost in, like I can give myself, you know, double mining speed or more health regen or speed or whatever. It's just fun to have at the base because I can switch it to, like, you know, having fast run or fast mining depending on what I'm doing. What I've been trying to do is replace all the iron and gold I used to finish it with emerald blocks. And I'll show you why in a minute, but emerald blocks are a lot easier to get than these. That's just a main reason why. But anyway, so we're heading kind of towards the front of the house, so we'll go and check, I guess, from the front door and walk in. So yeah, first thing you notice, the floor is checkered. It's all concrete. It took forever to get all the supplies and materials for it. It was just a mess. Here, I actually have one of the biggest redstone contraptions I've ever dreamt up. It is an automatic item sorter. I've seen people make these on the internet all the time, but not one quite to this scale, and I'll show you a better view of it. But basically the idea is that you can put items in this chest, or these hoppers I can put my shulker boxes on, or I can drop items in here and it just automatically filters it. I don't need to deal with it. I tend to clutter and just have random chests full of random stuff, and I can never find anything, so I figured if I'm going to have a big project, it might as well be a project that allows me to keep things sorted so that future builds won't get as out of hand. As previously mentioned, what the hell did you get in here? What the hell are you doing in here? Stop that. Ow! Ugh. Anyways, yeah, geez, I'm getting ahead of myself. This can actually be turned off, is my stone generator. So basically what you do is you sit in these pistons and it shoves you back and forth, and then you just use a silk touch pickaxe that allows all these hoppers to collect the stone that comes off of it, goes into this chest, and then there's actually hoppers running underneath the floor right to my stone and my cobblestone chests, and it'll sort automatically into the chest depending on whether or not I have silk touch or not. This over here actually, when I made the original island, I noticed that fish were climbing up the water spouts that I used to get up, much like this. And so, I ended up saving one of the fish, and this is the original fish. He doesn't have a name yet. I do have name tags. I've just been busy with other stuff, but I moved him to this island, and now he's going to live here. I had to make it like that so he wouldn't fall out like his friends, because, as you can tell, they keep suiciding themselves. Yeah, I got a, little banister here. Oh, I am really proud of this little table and chair set I made. Yeah, not much to say, it's just doors and stairs, I guess. But it looks alright. I mean, not bad for my first try at, trying to make, Minecraft furniture. Just gonna get some fish. And, I got armor stands everywhere, and they will eventually have armor on them. I've just been using all my iron for what I'm about to show you right now. So if we come down here, this is my item storage. As you can tell, it uses a metric fuck ton of hoppers. Each of those hoppers is 5 iron, and iron is, it's fairly common, but it's to get that much of it is a pain in the ass, which is why I decided to make iron farms, which I've never actually done before, but they turned out alright. They get the job done. They could be better and more efficient, and I'll maybe mess with them later, but, I got other things I want to build. But yeah, so, everything gets sorted from up there. You can see the hopper trail leading from my stone generator, and it leads over into here. And that's also where the pink carpet is, right there, if you guys can kind of see that. And yeah, so you got cobblestone, you got your dirt, you got your diorite. So yeah, eventually I would like to block all this off. The staircase was never really meant to be here. It just was kind of a, sorry, I just kind of eat, it's driving me nuts. It was never really meant to be here, but over time it just became kind of a necessity. Rather than just wasting rockets all the time to fly down here, I can just get on the stairs and walk down and stop being so lazy. Plus, I'm still pretty high up too, so I can glide pretty far from here if I need to go anywhere. But yeah, so eventually, this all being encased in, I want to make all the islands look like they were pulled out of the dirt, so they're all going to come to kind of a point. Which I still have no idea how I'm going to do that in survival. I really don't want to have to do that in creative, but just by how I built everything, it might be my best bet. Fuck, now there's a creeper? Are you serious? Okay, so yeah, I got, little cross beams. I actually really liked how this turned out. I wish I had something to do with this space. If you guys have any suggestions, just leave it in the comments or something. But yeah, so I originally had an enchanting table on the first island, but I decided to move it here just because it should be here. It's my house, and I've had a couple zombie and creeper attacks in here, and it's been a mess. So I rarely come in here. That's why I almost forgot about it. Holy, that's a lot of iron golems. Okay, I expanded this island yesterday, and they used to only be able to spawn in the middle there and then fall to their death. And then, you know, I collect their iron underneath. But unfortunately, unfortunately, by expanding the island, I gave them more places to spawn. So now they spawn out here. So I'm going to have to try and kill them at some point. And they're really strong, so that's a job for future Stein. Anyways, I made kind of like a shitty little roller coaster here, just to kind of sit AFK and, you know, wait for things to spawn. But yeah, so that is the basic layout of my house. I do have, you know, like little structures up here. I was trying to make a castle at first, and now it's kind of turned into more of a manor looking thing, but I like it. It's definitely one of the better looking houses and bigger houses I've built. This will eventually be a stained glass mural. I haven't decided what to put there yet. Maybe if I end up with a logo at some point, or just, I don't know, maybe something Dragon Ball or some shit, I don't know. But anyways,